Welcome back to school started, so I just stopped doing anything productive as I normally do, but I finally got back to stuff as I had an event to attend. So, unlike what I told myself back whenever I finished my prom dress that I would never make another dress again because that was fun but a whole heckin' lot of work, I made another one. But this one's for homecoming. So it's different. It's not different, it is still a dress. Still took a while, but I really do like how it turned out. So, I'll show you that process now.
This is where I normally say to start by cutting out the fabric and everything else, but yeah, I didn't film that. Also, my mom kind of cut it out for me, so thanks, Mom. You're a lifesaver, as it can take forever, and my motivation to actually do it is just nowhere to be found. But I just got to stitching all the skirt panels together, which was a ton of fun. Also, very easy because it was a straight line with just like a 5/8 of an inch seam on the outside. So it was pretty simplistic and it worked out as it should have because the skirt's always the easiest part. And then it gets to be the bodice. And the bodice is always just the most interesting. It's the part where you have to curve stuff around. It's the part where the pinning is just the worst it could possibly be. But other than that, I also had to make up a mock up of the actual bodice because, well, reasons. And after I end up sewing the binding and the front fabric together just with a basting stitch, I got to deciding what part of my overlay I wanted on those front panels because I didn't want them as busy as the skirt got because I wanted that to be like sort of the main focus was the skirt, but I still wanted to have some of the flowers up on the top panels because I thought it would look weird if it was just gray and then flowery. So I got to deciding what I wanted, and then I pinned it all down in place and cut it out kind of haphazardly, as I do with most things. But I really thought it turned out nice looking, so it's okay that it looks bad now, because it looked much better later. Also, I'd just like to note that, contrary to what I thought, zippers suck. They were the worst. I freaking hated. Anyway, after I sewed that top part onto the base, I got to stitching it all together and then the boning and everything else, which this actually was a lot easier to do the boning for than the prom dress because the prom dress had so much boning in it, and it also had interfacing, which this one did not have interfacing, thankfully. But anyway, I digress. I got to sewing all the tops of the skirts together because I didn't want the bottom sewed together because it would be weird and really heavy, and I wanted this to be flowy. Even though it was sort of heavy, it wasn't too bad. It was not like the skirt on the prom dress. As you can see, I keep commenting on the one that annoyed the heck out of me. I still liked how it turned out, but my gosh, the amount of work I put into that prom dress was astounding. But anyway, the homecoming dress, which I love the colors for. I was originally going to make it blue, but I didn't. I made it silver. And after I finished it all up, it's very flowy, as I already commented. I really loved how it turned out because I could do like full spins. It wasn't super thick around the waist. And I picked up my cat because I love my cat. And that's the dress.